guys, I'm BTC. This is Feed the Beast. Sorry this video is a little bit late. I was messing around with my video settings. I recently changed from a VGA cable over to an HD cable, which is kind of bad because I've actually had this monitor slash TV. It's like 32 inches is what I use for a monitor. For, oh man, how long have I had this thing? Over a year, at least. And I'm just now changing it to HD. Like, what is it, 19 something by 1020 or whatever? I can't remember. Anyways, for the longest time, I had it at 1280, 720, and then I changed it to 1366 by whatever it was, and just the other day, like yesterday, I changed it to HD finally, and it was only due to someone else telling me that you know, I could have had it in much higher quality and yada yada when we were redesigning the Twitter page that I have. So I'll talk about that a little bit later in another video that probably will come out later today. So go check that out when it comes out. Anyways, all right, so for Feed the Beast, what are we going to do? Well, I've been looking at this building, and as you can see, I haven't done any... It's a trap! As you can see, I haven't done any construction on this building. And that's because I was looking at it, and I just thought to myself, you know, this does not look like Fallout. This does not look like... I don't know what those guys are doing. Maybe making a nuclear reactor or something? I don't know. Anyways, this does not look like Fallout or Borderlands or anything. This looks like Minecraft. And I don't want it to look like Minecraft. I want it to look like Fallout. Hence why I was using concrete to try to make the... What do you call it? The walls here for the like the central park area. And by the way, this thing, I had to shut it off because it's generating so much wheat and seeds that I just didn't have space for it. It filled this entire chest. I already went and emptied most of it. But since I don't have a way to pipe it into the what do you call it? Into my storage system, I'm not going to leave it running. What are they doing? Anyways, so you're gonna kill us all. Oh, and a lightning strike. That is... Oh, skeleton. So anyways, I decided that I need to change the building materials to my most hated of building blocks, the brick. It's a brick house. So I'm not going to do this on camera because it's just going to be a lot of work. I think I'm still going to use the stone bricks because they do kind of look like cinder blocks. But I'm going to end up using bricks for the... Where did I put my tools? I think I left them in here. So I'm going to leave them... Here we go. I don't really need that, but we'll take it anyways. So I'm going to end up using bricks for the vast majority of the buildings in this town. So I've been making a lot of... what do you call it? The clay. And the simplest way that I found to do it is to just use a, not fermenter, a carpenter. You put a single red rock in there. It can't be red cobblestone. It has to be red rock. And then it will give you 4 clay. And you just, keep pumping it out. And I had quite a bit, which allowed me to have, 49 stacks of brick. So that should be enough for at least this building. Now, I'll probably try to, I'm going to try to switch it up and make some of the other buildings out of different materials, but really, almost all of these buildings are going to be built from that brick. So I'm going to have to find other ways to detail and diversify this because it just wasn't looking how I was wanting it to look like. All right, now, I did want to make some filters, but okay, good. I need to actually make some filters because a friend of mine from my build team, the least, discovered a pretty decent way to make it so that items that can't go into the barrels are automatically sorted into kind of an overflow chest. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go and gather all the materials I need, so I will be right back. Alright guys, so one of the things that I need for the barrel setup is I need to actually make the machine filter as well, which is this right here. It requires dark iron ingots, it requires silver, and a logic matrix identifier. Now, last time I didn't have any dark iron. I also didn't have this. I needed these, which I found in a bunch of those chests from the wisp things. And I also need a logic matrix, which you have to use a crystallizer for. And you have to somehow, I don't know what, a heat hole? I don't even know. Anyways, I have no idea how to even get that. But it doesn't really matter because remember how I talked about the recipe for this thing? How it's bugged? Like, so this is what it can create, okay? It can create not only this, but it can create itself, which means if you uncraft it, like so, you quite literally can get infinite dark iron and infinite logic matrices. And then you just put it back in, grab another one. This is the same one. And then there you go. So as I said, it was stupid to leave that in there because now you can just have an infinite number of dark iron and logic matrix. I mean, granted, the logic matrix doesn't do anything. The only thing it can be used for is item filters and machine filters. However, dark iron can obviously be used for different things. So you can use it for, making more routers and yada yada. And where is it? The one that you need a lot of dark iron for is the extra dimensional storage. So, oh yeah, and if you want to make wrath lamps. That's all you gotta do. It takes 3 levels and you get it back. So, I am gonna head back to my base. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I did a whole bunch of different testing because I thought you could do this with 2 routers, but for some reason it's just not cooperating. The first issue is this. One, if you have this going, let's change it down to 1 interval, 1 second interval, and you place a whole bunch of sand in here, okay? Some of it is actually going to be pulled out of here by the filter before this has a chance to process it. So you end up with this, and that's not what we want. On top of that, I discovered an interesting bug with, well, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just broken or what's going on here. All right, there's nothing in here. We're going to put the silicon boule in there and watch what happens. This router, for some reason, even though it's set to the north side, which means it should only be taking from this, is instead pulling from this chest as well. And it doesn't matter where I put this chest. I put it here, I put it here, I put it, you know, below. It doesn't matter. Wherever it is, it pulls from it. And I changed it to east sides. It still takes it. West sides, anywhere. Ooh, didn't. Oop, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyways. So, yeah, now it's pulling from everywhere. So we're going to get rid of that. Oh, and it just broke my buffers. That's annoying. It just broke the buffers. I'll have to go and fix that later. Anyways, the point is, it doesn't work with multiple routers. I don't know why. It's just dumb. So I am going to set this up so that it uses the timer. Now the thing is, in order for this to work properly, the repeater has to delay the item from going in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some redstone right here, and then I'm going to have some redstone over here. And this is going to be ugly. Let me grab one of these, actually. This is going to be ugly for right now, because I just want to show it. But I'm going to come over here. And what's going to happen is, because it's on a 2-second timer, it's going to take the item out of here if it hasn't been moved yet, and it will then take another stack from there. So it's gonna make sure that this is empty, then it's gonna fill it, give it enough time to actually send it on its way, and if it can't find a barrel, it's gonna take it out and put it in here. Or at least that's how it's supposed to work in theory. So let's find out. So there should be no sand in here. And there isn't, which is good. So it works. So I need to now go and fix this, which now frees up another router for another system that I can do somewhere else. I don't know why the double router, I don't know why that router kept wanting to take from here, even though this clearly is not in the correct, it's not in the location. It's not, you know, it was taking from this chest no matter what. So I don't know if that's just the way the network works, or you got me. I don't know. When it says pull from north side, and this is the north side, I would assume that it only takes from there. But, you know, what they say about assuming. When you assume, it means you think the mod actually knew what he was doing. Or, I don't know, whatever. Something like that. Anyways. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to work like that. But if it is, then it can't work with this setup. So that's no big deal. Now I have a router for whatever. Now, I don't know if this is going to cause a lot of lag, though. So I'm probably going to have this turned on only when I've got quarries going. I'm getting a little bit of lag right now, but I think that might be either what Windows and oh no, they logged off. I think it might actually be some video lag. I think I just need a reboot. But anyway, so this works now. Fantastic. I'm gonna have to make it look pretty. And it totally messed this up. Look at this. Got stuff all over the place. Alright. Well, I am going to end this video here. I'm going to go and clean up my barrels because stuff is probably all where it's not supposed to be. Thank you for watching. Remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault. Hey guys, you might know that I run a Minecraft custom map-making build team, and we are currently looking for new people. So if you're good at building, making textures, or animating with programs like Blender or Maya, why don't you apply? You can go to blamethecontroller.com or click the link in the description.